Hey guys, what's up y'all? Well, today I'm going to, since I laid it out on the board, let me turn around so you see what I'm talking about. This is not a tutorial, I'm just showing you Sheila, and I did piece all those together, and maybe in another video I can show you how to piece things together. Not really show you, but show what I'm doing, because let me tell you, I'm green as a gourd. And at my age, I'm just now starting to quilt, but I love it. But anyway, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start here. This is how I'm going to sew everything together. But what I want to do is start up here, and I'm going to take all the top row off. You know, put one, stack one on top of the other, because that's how I'm going to sew it. So it's going to do my first row, then I'll do my second row, and so on and so forth. But when I have all these down here in the order that I want, I'm going to first, I've got my, and I'll tell you the boo-boo that I did. That's what I'm saying by that lady, Debbie. I really appreciated her because she's talking about the quilting police. Whew, I really don't need that. Please don't discourage me. But I'm hoping I'm encouraging you that you don't have to be perfect. You know, you can be green as a gourd with me. You're just starting out, and so your lines aren't straight, so you make boo-boos. Okay, well, are you enjoying it? That's the thing. Are you enjoying it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first row down, like I said. But then, yesterday, I got a new measuring. Can y'all see that? A new, I don't know how to get where you can see it. I guess right here. A new measuring a square, and it's a 8-inch. Now I want to tell you something. Those squares up there are supposed to be 7.5 inches, and they're 8 inches. So there you go. There's my first boo-boo. And it's supposed to be a little bit bigger, but because I ran out of material, I had jelly rolls, because I was cutting them bigger than what I was supposed to be cutting them. Okay, well, I did it. So I'm having to deal with what I got now. So I'm making it seven pieces, squares long, by 5. Let me do this way: 7 pieces horizontally, and then 5 vertically. Whew. And so I do that, and then I'm going to start. I have already picked out my material for my border. I'm going to have like a small one first, like a 1.5 inch. And then I'm going to go to a 3-inch on the outer border. And I'll show you that once I get to it. But right now, what I'm going to do, like I said, is take those off. I'm going to put them here on my cutting board with my 8-inch, because I cut those at 8 inches. I want to make sure that they're square. And when I first started, I didn't do so well on that. But I got this, and this is a handy dandy. You know, if you want 8-inch, perfect 8-inch squares, this is good. Now you can use those long ones, I'm told. Well, that's wonderful, but I still get all messed up. Just let you know, because I'm green as a gourd. I should call this video "Quilting Green as a Gourd." I think that'd be a good title, don't you? So anyway, so let me go ahead. I'm going to take those down, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to make sure they're square. Once they're square, I'm still having them in order, then I'm going to sew them together. So I have my first row. So let me see if I can reach those, because I've got my table and stuff pushed back, and I hope my arm reaches that. Mister and I haven't moved it over or up yet, because I just didn't feel like it today, to be honest with you, or yesterday. So, let me get to that, and then, like I said, if you just want to watch me and just be entertained, and be going, now keep it to yourself. You go, Sheila, don't do it like that. No, that's not how you're supposed to do it. No, Sheila, I'm going to make boo-boos. So, anyway, let me go ahead, and I just love Debbie. Like I said, I'm going to put the address below in the description box of her channel. And she's a grandma, she says, and she loves to drink coffee. Well, that made me think about, I I drink coffee in the morning, but I don't really during the day. Every blue moon it has to be cold, but I'm not just a coffee drinker. But I thought I could bring my little 1-cupper in here, and I can do tea, hot tea. Won't that be good? So I can sip on the tea and quilt, and you know, so on and so forth. All right, shut up, Sheila. Let's get those down. All right, let me put you on the grandstand, and then we're gonna get busy. Okay guys, here we go. Now here's my stack over here in the order, but remember that I want to square it off. Now, I don't know how people do it. This is just how I'm doing it. I'm doing it, which is simple for me, so I can keep up because I'm not used to all the procedures, so to speak. So I've got my first one down. Now these are so cool because they have the little grippies on the back, which I like. And I went ahead and put a new blade in here. You got to be careful of those. Ooh, I got cut one time on those things, and it took forever. It's nothing like a metal cut. It just takes forever. But anyway, on this is an 8-inch, but I don't know if you guys can see that. It's got these little lines here. See them? So what I'm going to do, because this has the same thing, you see there, the lines. So I'm going to try to get it as close as possible so this thing will be square. So as I'm putting this down, I'm looking at the line that's on the measuring square, and it looks like it meets those. So when I sew them together, the points and stuff here are going to match. I learned it the hard way, trial and error. So anyway, you can see there's not, I don't know if you can see that, it's not very much sticking out there. Here's another thing that I learned. This is just for Sheila. The ones that's got that, what do you kind of cut do you call that? I usually know it, but on the edges, the ziggity zaggity. When you measure, you want to measure the top of the point and not the bottom in that little valley. So I learned that too. So anyway, this is a little off here. Alright, it's going to take me a minute. I really don't see that much that's out here other than right here on this side. So anyway, you always want to make sure that your blade is covered up, because you end up picking it up. See, it was covered there, and I just opened it. So I'm going to turn it. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn this, because this is the side that I've got it off, and this is just for Sheila. Got to measure, and I'm slow. Yes, sirree, I am. But anyway, there it is. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But I'm going to take my cutter here. Make sure I've got this pressed down. And I was told, like, maybe put my fingers on the edge out there. That way it won't slide. So anyway, I'm going to make sure again before I cut. Measure twice, cut once. So well, I don't know if I got it or not, guys. Might have it too tight. There we go. I'm not pressing down hard enough. But as you can see, usually these pros, they get in there and go, whew, and it's cut. I can't do that. But anyway, that's the little bit that I cut off right there. See it? Okay. And I'm just going to chunk that in. So what I'm going to do, because I've got them in order, I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn it upside down, because that's my first one. I'll take my second one, and I'm going to do the same doggone thing. And some of these I might not even have to. That looks pretty cool, except for right here. I don't know what it is about this edge. I'm going to see if I can cut this way. Nope. I'm not a pro yet. Some of these quilting police go, what you need to do. Alright, I got all these lines. I'm not going to take long on this, guys. Now see, this is flush, but then I got these little bits and pieces out here, so I'm going to cut that. They say also not to cut backwards. Right, there's number 2. See, I'm flipping it upside down, putting it on top. Take this one. So by the time I do all of this, these should be all squared up. And I'm going to do that with, here guys, let me see. I'm going to do that with each row up there. Make sure that they're square. This is my first row, so I'm not going to bore you with it. So I'm going to do each one of those. But after I get finished, and I'm going to, let me back up. I'm going to get each row and then pile them in the way that I want to sew them together, right? So once I sew the row together, then I'll take the second, we'll do the second row, sew them all together, and then piece it to the first row that does that make sense? I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get finished with all of this first row, and then we'll probably come back. But hey, while I got you, you're probably seeing all this stuff. I go, you know what you got over there to eat? Well, I haven't had any lunch. Remember that I said in, I think it was the 1st of January, this is before I got sick though, that I have a goal by June that I want to lose at least 10 pounds, right? And I said at least 2 pounds a month. And I didn't put more than that because I felt like if I didn't achieve it, like if I said 6 pounds or 5 pounds, then I would really beat up on myself. So I tried to put something that I thought was sensible, and is 2 pounds a month. So that way I've lost 10 pounds by June. You know, my birthday's in June. I thought, of course I ain't gonna put no bikinis on. But, you know, I thought I'd like to have some little, maybe buy me some little special outfit, you know, because I had to buy the big breeches, and I didn't like buying the big breeches. Thank God I only bought one pair of them big breeches. I mean, when I held them up, y'all see that one? When I held them up in the store, I'm going, God, that's huge. And then when I got in the dressing room, they fit. Boy, that's why I said a diet's coming. But anyway, so getting back to my carrots. So for lunch, this is what I'm eating. I'm eating carrots. And now, yes, I'm cheating a little bit. I got some ranch dressing here. So I'm just dipping in that and just kind of eating a little bit as I'm going to be sewing and stuff. I drank all my Sprite, so I got to get some more Sprite. I haven't been drinking tea lately. I don't know why. Because I'm a tea girl, Southern girl. I have no clue why. But anyway. But I want to tell you that, you know, being sick and all, I've already lost that 10 pounds. I've already lost it for the whole 6 months in 1 month, 3 weeks. That's because I was sick. So I said, well, I got to maintain it because I'm trying to stay away from a lot of pastas, the white flour, you know, and the sugar. And I love sugar. I love chocolates and stuff like that. So that's going to be I might have to treat myself every now and then. But I'm eating carrots, and I want to get like celery and green peppers and eat raw vegetables. I got some healthy choice dinners for the evening. So Mr. I said, you go ahead and fix whatever you're going to fix. And I said, I'll just eat one of those. So far, I've had probably 5 of those. And there's some I didn't really like too well. But I thought, you know, that should be, as far as calorie-wise, I'm not going to stuff myself. I'm just going to try to just eat, what's that, Healthy Choice dinners. Eat that. I might switch up and get some other kind of dinners. But I'm going to really try to stay from the breads. I mean, toast in the morning, biscuits. Remember I got that one about me making biscuits the first time. Well, I'll do that again. I'll just make a really small portion, but I'm not going to eat biscuits that much. And if I eat anything, I like to eat the wraps, like the tortilla shells, you know, eat wraps or something like that. But other than that, I'm really going to try. If I lose even 10 more pounds between now and June, watch out, stores, because she's going to come and buy some new clothes. That's something to look forward to, ain't it? Well, let me shut up. I got to get to this. And then once I get all these done, you saw how I'm doing it. Like I said, it's not a tutorial. No, it's not a tutorial. And, but anyway, check out that other lady that I'm going to put in the description below. She's pretty cool. I like her because she's just her, and I like her personality. There's another one that I watch. I'm trying to learn how to quilt. Her name is Sew with Tiffany. I really like her. Boy, she can sew fast too. I might put her link in for you more advanced people can check her out. But I like the military police, the quilting police one. I mean, like I said, that just hit me in my gut. I go, isn't that the truth? That is the truth. So anyway, let me get this, and then I'll be back when we're sewing the first row together. See you in a minute. Okay, guys, I got my first row squared out, and this is my very first one. Remember, it was on the board, and then this was, excuse me, my second one. My hands are so dry. This is my second one, right? So what I'm going to do is that you put these face up. Now, what I learned, and it took me a minute. I'll tell you how I learned on pinwheels. I don't know why I chose that to be basically kind of like my first quilt, the big quilt to do was pinwheels. I thought I'd never get finished with that thing. But anyway, I'm looking at the seams here because I want the seams to, the corners to match up like I did here. See these? See all these little corners matched up? And so you're going to put the, what you call this? The faces, not the back sides together, but the front sides together. Okay, so I'm looking here at my seam versus this one, so I'm going to match these two up as close as I can. Don't rush in it, because that's what I did to begin with. I was rushing because I was excited and I wanted to get done with a quilt. And can I say that turned out great? Not, but you know what? It was my first quilt, and I still love it. I sent it off to my grandson. He ain't gonna know, not unless y'all tell him. So anyway, so I've got that. So I'm gonna take my pin, and I'm going to pin this because I want to keep it in place, so it's not moving around. Okay, then I go over here to this one, and I do the same thing over here. Okay, so there we go, and I'm still going to pin these. I just don't want things, I don't know if people do this or not, but I'm going to try to get all, the corners together, but the seams, go over on this side. Basically, now I'm only going to sew down one side, but I just want to make sure, after putting all this work in here, shoot. Okay, so there we are. So I'm praying that these will fit. I was looking at my fingernail, it's orange. You know why? Because all the carrots. She goes, she don't never clean her. It's carrots. Been eating carrots. It's a beta carotene. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is just sew one side. I pinned them all together because I don't want to get wonky and doing all this number for me. Like I said, this is not a tutorial. Let me move y'all on over here. This is just for me. So, here we go. I'm going to stick this under it. And the foot that I have is a 1/4 of an inch foot. They always, most of all the sewing is always a 1/4 of an inch. So, when I got the sewing machine, I went ahead and got a 1/4 inch foot here. So it's got like a little guide on the side here. So I'm not going like this. It kind of helps me stay straight. So, and I'm going to put it, and and this is so dandy, is that you can just push this little button. And you might not have it. Oh, turning it on would help, wouldn't it? Okay, so, let me get my foot pedal. So, alright, so now you don't have to do all these corners, maybe just the 2 might be fine for you, but I'm just making sure for me. And I open it up and it should be matching there. Do y'all see that? See that, how it matches? Well, right here, it's like the two points there. Can y'all see that? Anyway, so there's my first one. Remember, this is the first one, this is the second one. So I'm going to take my third one and I'm going to put it face down on top of this. I'm going to do the same thing. Now I won't have to do these over here, but I'm going to pin these 2 corners together and sew them, and I'm going to do all 7 pieces, and then I'll come back and show you. Okay guys, I got finished with my first row, and I want to show it to you. Y'all can see that. And here it is. Now what I didn't show you that I'm supposed to do, I started on my second row, but I forgot I wanted to show you the first row, is that I found for me, and everybody, some people I've heard starch their material before they even start sewing to kind of make it stiff like, so it's easier to sew with. What I found when I was piecing these things together like that, I use a steam iron, and steaming it does just as well for me. Like I said, it might be great, and y'all go, Sheila, you need to starch that. Well, I'm doing this. So anyway, but a lot of people take it after they do a block or whatever, then they come back and they finger press this. I mean, you know, taking your finger with the seam there and either pressing it open. Some people press it open, some people press it to the side. And then, since I've gotten finished with all this, I'm probably just going to press these to the side and not a flat open seam. Like you open these 2 here and you lay them flat out, you iron down the middle. I'm just going to, and they say that to press it to where the dark side is, so like if you got a lot of light colors, then you don't see it through the lighter color where the seam was pressed to. So anyway, I got OCD. I like everything going in the same direction. Or if I'm going to do flat one, I'm going to do flat them all, because I got OCD. So I'm going to finish pressing. I'll press these and the seams, and I mean I'll press the whole doggone thing. But once I get finished with that, then I will I get string all over me. I have an apron sitting over there. I don't know why I hadn't put it on. And then I'm going to do this. I've already just got, on my second row, I've just got 2 blocks. And then I'm just getting ready to sew my 3rd block on here, you know, pin it, sew it on. But anyway, guys, that's us quilting green as a gourd. And I'm green, I'm going to tell you. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish doing all these rows together and press them and stuff. And then maybe in a later video or whatever, then I'll show you maybe when I start putting the binding on and the cutting it, if I can cut. I just hadn't got the knack of that thing. And people just go, whoo! I mean, and it's cut. Man, I feel like y'all were up in the clouds. But anyway, I'm going to try. Sometimes I can cut it kind of fast, and other times I can't. I guess it's just a matter of you keep doing it, repetition, that you get better and better and better. I don't know. Anyway, I'm here and just letting you know that, yeah, I'm old. I wish I had started in my younger years. But don't say, well, I'm too old now to quilt. You might as well forget it. I should have started like me. I should have started in my younger years. But I chose not to do that. And it's like, I don't care. I still have life in me. And if I only make two quilts, hey, at least I did it. It's on my bucket list. And I can say, you know, I did it. And that's what I'm saying with that lady Debbie. And I'm going to write her and tell her that I put this up so she can she knows that I'm kind of giving her a shout out, because I like what she said, and because I know the other one that I did, the little zebra thing, the black and white one, you know, people were making some comments, and I know they had good intentions. I know that. But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be a pro. I'm not trying to be a professional. Like these channels that are out there, they have just quilting channels, and they're professionals. Actually, in my eyes, they are. But I just didn't. This is not for that. This is just for my enjoyment. It relaxes me. And then through the winter months, you know, when you can't get outside, when I can't do my canning or my projects that are on the outside, I can do something here. Remember, I don't do my booth anymore for my crafts because they closed that down, I guess because of the economy or whatever it is. You know, just people are putting their money elsewhere, paying off their bills. Yay, paying off their bills, getting out of debt. And I so, you know, push that, if, you know, get out of debt. But and buying groceries have gone up. But I'm saying all of that because this in itself, I want to tell you, is not cheap. And so, you know, you can, some people say, don't buy your material at this place or this place or this place, because they're professionals. I'm just not. And I'm doing this I'm learning different techniques. I'm learning different patterns. And like I said, I don't know why I chose that pinwheel to make my first big quilt. I made a queen size quilt. It's over. In fact, she just got finished calling me and telling me she's not going to get to it today. She'll get to it Wednesday, which is fine and dandy with me. But anyway, that quilt was a queen size quilt. And I thought if I did another pinwheel, I was going to scream. But you know what? It was great practice. Is it perfect? No. But she says that, you know, that it's really pretty. She thinks it's great what I did. Well, she could be just telling me that so she won't hurt my feelings. But, hey, you know, I'm doing it because this is for me. And as I was saying, you know, it can be very expensive. It can be. And I've been asking some of my friends to go, you got any material you don't use anymore? And I want cotton. I want 100% cotton. Because that's what they say. Because I don't want that stretchy stuff, and then you got your quilt all going wonky and everything. Because I'm not that I'm not that professional to do that kind of stuff. So anyway, I had one lady said, well, she's going to see what she's got, you know, and give me some, because I want to do a string quilt. But I think I told y'all. I don't know if I told you or not. The next quilt I want to do is called the Mosaic quilt. It doesn't look very hard. It looks very simple. And maybe I can show you that as I'm doing it. And like it says, no tutorials. It's just Sheila enjoying learning to quilt because I'm green as a gourd. And so don't worry that if you're green as a gourd and go, I don't know if I can do it. You can do it if I can do it. This dummy here, if I can do it, I know you can do it. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Remember that I love you, but Jesus loves you more. And what? You're blessed in the city. You're blessed in the fields. You're blessed when you come, and you're blessed when you go, in Jesus' name. And until the next video, y'all pray for me as I work on this. I'll show you in the next video. Love you. See you then. Bye, y'all.